Hello, I'm your host K1D Coming. Welcome to my series I like to call Half-Ass Reviews, the series in which I review a game in which I'm only halfway done with. And this week, I'm covering the first game from a new studio, and it goes by many titles, none of them being good, being AI Slop, the Who Asked for This, and my personal favorite, Concord 2. Yeah, this game don't got no love. The actual name for this game is HighGuard, a new 3v3 hero shooter hailing from developers Wildlight Entertainment, a new dev team made up of former staff members from Apex, Call of Duty, and Titanfall. So, HighGuard should be a success, right? No. See, the game was announced at the 2025 Game Awards, being December 11th, and the game released January 26th, and they was radio assigning all between December 12th to about January 23rd. To the point that the only news about the game came from the internet, and the internet did what the internet do. Shit all over it. Now, did it work? Well, let's take a look at some of the numbers. Now, on SteamDB, you can check out how many people are on a game on Steam at whatever time. Examples, Apex has about 80,000 people playing as of this recording. Marvel Rivals has 75,000, with it due to rise thanks to Elsa Bloodstone dropping tomorrow. Helldivers 2 sitting around 115,000 players thanks to the new update. So, where is HighGuard, you may be asking? Cause they also released a new character, along with being a new game. They're around 2K. And I'm not talking about basketball. They had an okay opening with about 100,000. Again, all these numbers are only counting Steam, so no consoles. But with that being said, they lost damn near 97 to 98% of players. Like, they're pulling the same numbers that Titanfall 2 right now. Now granted, it could be worse. They could be pulling rogue company numbers. It's a rough start. But if they keep going, they might be able to. Okay, all these are just somewhat credible outlets covering this, but it doesn't mean HighGuard is going the way of Concord. And so the main. Alright, nigga, get the shit on my face. Well, before the studio gets shut down, let's get into the review. If you're new, which you probably are, I will be reviewing this game to my standards, being story, world, gameplay, and comic. Starting off with story. Non-existent. It's a multiplayer game like Rainbow Six Siege. So, let's talk about the characters. There is a total of 8 characters for now, with more to come. How do I know that? Because there's space for more people to be added. And more characters is needed for this game to flourish and thrive. The characters, aka Wardens, are split up into 5 categories, being Assault, Defense, Recon, Support, and Destruction. Each one doing something different, having a passive, tactical, and ultimate ability. So, let's talk about them, starting off with the Assault Wardens. They have 3 Wardens, being Atticus, Scarlet, and Slade. Hey nigga, that's Ken. Kicking off with Atticus, his tactical ability is Shock Spear. He throws a spear and it releases electricity, damaging any enemy that comes in the range. His passive ability lets his pickaxe charge up, doing AoE damage to crystals, which I'll explain later. And finally, his ultimate, it basically lets him turn into Zeus and he starts flying and shooting lightning bolts. Scarlet, her tactical ability is Sandstorm, allowing her to turn invisible to enemies at a distance, but up close, she can be seen, but not fully. Her passive allows her to make destructible walls passable for a couple seconds for everybody. I think it's around 6 or 7 seconds, but I didn't time it. And her ultimate basically turns her into Tom Brady, allowing her to throw daggers. She has a total of 6 of them, and killing foes resets them. It takes about 3 daggers to drop a foe with blue and purple shields, so take that into mind. And the last Warden is Ken, aka Slade. His tactical lets him shoot a line of lava, damaging foes in the process, along with leaving the ground in lava for some time. I think. His passive switches his grenades into lava grenades, adding lava, resulting in the grenades having splash damage and leaving, you can guess, more lava. His ult is him just covering an area, allowing meteors to rain down in like a certain area. Moving on to the defensive wardens, being Una and Kai. Una's tactical lets him, her, they, nigga bitch, lets them summon a minion that throws a concussive grenade at foes. Her passive essentially lets them get shorty from Bioshock Infinite, Elizabeth, in which a minion pops up give them different items such as gear and ammo. The ult is a massive tree minion that throws out explosives towards enemies, so great for holding points. Next up, Kai, a man that would have voted for Trump, since his tactical lets him build a wall. And not just any wall, a wall of ice. And to top it off, his passive allows him to fix walls with ice. There's a lot of commentary that could be said, but I'm not going to say it. His ult turns him into a giant ice demon, having a slam attack and a shield. Again, a lot could be said right here. The rest of the wardens are in a class by themselves. Condor is a recon warden. Her attack allows her to send a bird out to scan if there's enemies in the area. Small asterisk here. If they move during the scan, which lasts for about 3 seconds. And if they move, they're shown to the whole team. Her passive makes her birds give audio cues that enemies are near. And her ult turns her into a bird as well, allowing her to shoot smoke spears, balls, that obscures the vision for everyone in it, and if a foe steps into it, reveals them and their location. The support warden is Myra, one of the harder characters in my opinion, given that her tactical gives more shields to her team through orbs that she throws to herself or consumes to shield herself. And the reason why I say she's one of the hardest is because you kind of have to aim towards the teammates, and sometimes you just gonna miss. Thankfully, her passive gives her more reasons to go after down enemies, since sacrificing them charges her tactical immediately, which I'll touch on later, being the down enemies. And by touch on later, I mean I'm going to explain. Not like a molester waiting for a person to grow up and to not be considered a child molester. What the hell am I talking about? Next character. The last warden is the Destruction Warden, being Ridmang. His tactical basically turns him into Wolverine, allows him to lunge, being able to smash through breakable walls and objects, and being able to use it on foes as well. Due to his aggressive playstyle and his aggressive ability, his passive reinforces the idea of him being a fighter, thanks to it giving the Warden both a movement and a reload speed after killing. Lastly, his ult lets him do a roar. It makes him do like AoE damage that breaks walls and damages enemies. So I know there's a new character. I don't know much about him. He can shoot out like this wolf thing that hunts down people, and if it marks them, if it hits them, they get shown on the map. What else? He don't have a mount. He turns into a big wolf and could do like a charge attack. And his ult, I don't actually know what the fuck his ult is, but it's something. He's a new character, so yeah. And that's all for story section, since it's kind of empty, just like the world. HighGuard sports a total of 5 maps and 6 or 7 bases. The 5 maps being Vesper City, Summit, Rivermark, Kingdom, and Dustline. And the 7 bases being Wellspring, Smuggler's Den, King's Lair, Hellmouth, Frosthold, Bellringer, and the newest added base, Soulwell. And truth be told, only the bases matter, while the maps purely don't. See, the bases dictates where the generators and anchors are located, and what type of playstyles should be deployed. Example, if you're playing a defensive character like Kai, you want a base like King's Lair or Hell's Mouth simply for his abilities. King's Lair, it gives multiple walls in which Kai could use his ice wall to repair destroyed walls. And for Hell's Mouth, since there's one of a couple of ways to enter, and Kai could use it as like his tactical ability to wall them off, blocking attackers, allowing him to control the area and defend it, while also pushing attackers to other locations. This is just an example of one character. Each character has bases they excel in. Now, the maps aren't that big of a deal, truth be told. Some maps make certain weapons and strategies more viable than others. Example, Kingdom is a big map, one that employs zip lines and with a ton of open areas for sniping and mounted combat. Same goes for the Summit map, having some more verticality. Dustling has similar areas leading to closer gunfights. And when you're not playing, you're going to be in the Hid Wall, which is kind of like the primary location to look at things such as challenges, which has daily and weekly challenges to earn silver, war chests, which is just packs to let you purchase new skins and cosmetics for wardens, weapons, banners, mounts, etc. Speaking of weapons, banners, and mounts, let's quickly talk about them. Banners are just icons. They're shown when you make a party. They're also shown at like the end of the game. It shows them. That's the only time I noticed them. Mounts are animals you ride on to move across the map faster. To my knowledge, all mounts have the same stats across the board. So the bear moves at the same speed as the panther. The panther has the same health as the horse, and the griffin doesn't even fly, so I don't know. Now, what is different is the weapons. HighGuard sports a total of 10 weapons in total. 12 weapons, take that back. 12 weapons in total, 9 regular weapons, and 3 special weapons. The regular weapons are broken up into ranges, having close quarters, mid-range, long range, instead of the typical weapon type. And the 3 special weapons are rocket launcher, a hammer, and a zip line. So a total of 11 weapons in one single gadget. All of these have skins that can be purchased. Side note, this game sports a total of 3 different currencies, being HighGuard Gold, Warden Credits aka Silver, and Visual Tokens. Warden Credits and Visual Tokens can be earned by completing challenges and just playing matches, while HighGuard Gold is purchased with real money. Speaking of real money, the store is where you use the gold currency. If you want everything in the store, so far it will cost you 28,400 HighGuard Gold. If you decide to buy all of it, being somewhat cost efficient, you will have to pay $100 one, another $100 one, a $50 one. So you're basically spending $250 for everything. Now, will I be buying that? Hell no. You can, and you might want to if you really like the gameplay. The game sports multiple modes, such as the main 3v3 raid mode, the new 5v5 raid mode, and well, shit, that's it. You can play the casual or rank. Ranked ain't ready. Actually, is ranked ready? I think ranked might be ready. I ain't gonna play that shit. But is it ready? I think it might be ready. I could be wrong. Let's just say it is. So you get casual and you get ranked, I guess. I don't know what the hell you want to do that for, but whatever. The match starts by picking one of the wardens. Side notes, only one type of warden per team can be picked per team. Run that back. The match starts by picking one of the wardens. Side note, only one type of warden per team, meaning if someone on your team takes a warden, you want it, well, that's too damn bad. Pick another one. This also applies to the 5v5 mode. After picking wardens, you pick what base you want. It's a majority of rules, so whichever base has the most votes, that's what you're playing at. When you enter the match, this is the only time you can switch your starting loadout to whatever. So if you want to use an SMG, you want to use a shotgun, assault rifle, go ahead and change that right now. The first 30 seconds, you're limited to your base. This is where you go and reinforce walls and make them harder to break. After this is the gearing up phase, which lasts for about 2 minutes. This is where you go around to get items from guns, which vary in quality, amulets that give bonuses to whatever, saddles, which increases the speeds of mounts, making them faster, helmets, reduce headshot damage, and breaking open these barrels that give you stuff like ammo, reinforcements, repair walls, yada yada. After this, the next phase is the shield breaker phase. And what is that? Simple, the shield breaker is used to break into the enemy bases. So the shield breaker phase lasts for a minute, and it's basically just telling everyone where the sword is spawning, since it spawns in different locations. Once the blade is ready, it's in play. 2 minutes is put on the clock, and each team is fighting for it. Side note, I should have went over this a little earlier. When collecting items, they come in different rarities, being gray, blue, purple, gold, orange, and reddish maroon. Each one being unlocked after each battle. So after each raid, all the loot get upgraded. They say it when it happens. You have about 2 minutes to plant the sword. If you don't, it goes to overtime where respawning is disabled. And don't worry, if you're waiting to respawn when this happens, you immediately respawn back at your base. In overtime, you also have 2 minutes to plant, but 15 seconds is added per kill. If neither side plants before time is over, the sword will pick whoever's base is closer, breaking their shields. So be mindful of where you are on the map. When breaking in or getting broken into, aka raid, everyone gets 20 seconds to prepare. After that is game time. Defenders has unlimited lives versus attackers who has a pool of lives, being 2 per person. So if you're playing 3v3, attackers get 6 lives, 5v5 they get 10. And the goal is to drop the enemy base health to 0. Both bases start with 100 health. Using shield breaker automatically deals 30 points of damage each time. Successfully blowing up a generator costs 35 damage. And if you manage to defend your base while any enemy destroying any of the generators, the attacker will lose 30 points to their base shield. Basically, it leads to different possible outcomes, unless you destroy the anchor. See, each base has 2 generators and an anchor. The anchor is a harder base, so if you manage to destroy it, that's an instant win, no matter what. You could be up 135 or 70-5. If that anchor gets destroyed, it's over. But to make it fair, the anchor is placed in the base's most open area / or more accessible location, along with having a longer countdown. So for the generators, it takes about 40 seconds to detonate, and for the anchor, it takes 80, so it's a double. Now, that's most of the game. Now, I did skip over some stuff, such as having the mine to get gems to spin in game, using these gems to purchase things such as at the shops around the map. You can use them to buy things like helmets, shields, weapons, everything you can find looting at some whatever quality matches whatever match the round is on, since the loot again is upgraded. So the shop upgrades loot as well. What else? Alright, something else I failed to mention is that there is no health packs or shield recharges. Instead, both shield and health regen over time. However, if you get killed, you spawn back at a base, or you could respawn on a teammate holding the shield breaker after your respawn timer is up. You can get revived by your teammates, bringing you back immediately where you died. Something else that can happen is breaking an enemy's orb. So when you kill an enemy or get killed, everybody drops an orb. Grabbing the blue orbs, that's your teammate, you revive them. Grabbing the red ones, aka the other team, you can break them, not giving them a chance to revive, force them to respawn, have to wait up the timer. Also, it recharges your shield, giving a reason to break orbs. Side note, also didn't mention this, shields, you pick up multiple sets of them. And the reason is, once you die, you lose one set of shields. You lose a shield. So say you got 3 blue shields and you die and you respawn, you come back, you still have a blue shield, but now you only have 2 of them. So if you die 2 more times and all your blue shields are gone, you go back to the basic default shield, so you don't have no more. So keep that in mind. Now, there's some other stuff I could talk about, like masterwork weapons and what they do, but truth be told, this section is kind of going on a little long. Also, I don't have much time with that. But to my little knowledge, masterwork weapons has increased stats when compared to the same type of weapon with the same color. So a purple masterwork weapon is better than just a regular purple weapon at the same time, because it gives like boosts to like a single stat, so maybe like a faster reload or something. With that being said, it's time to move to the last section, aka comment, because this game got some issues. Okay, so this is where I talk about things I don't like about the game. Side note, this list was made while I was playing it. Again, I've been playing for like 15 hours, and some of these problems could have been fixed in the patch, and I might not have noticed. So take everything I say with a pinch of salt, just a grain of salt. I'm going to start off with problems about the game and move on to like technical aspects and technical issues later. So let's kick this off. First things first, this game needs more. First things first, I'm the realist. No. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. No, stop it. This game needs more modes. As of right now, the game has a whopping 4 modes, being 3v3, 5v5 rank, and something else maybe. I don't know. Okay, it only has 3 modes. It needs more modes. Fuck it. Give me a team deathmatch just to spice it up. Another thing, winners doesn't actually matter extremely. And let me explain further. So a game that I would compare this game to is like Rainbow Six Siege. Like Rainbow Six is like the older cousin to this game, in which they share similarities, especially during the raids. Well, only during the raids. But it doesn't captivate me like Rainbow Six. See, while the wardens do matter, I wish they mattered more like the operators. See, a warden is just a lesser operator. Example is the recon warden. What was her name? Condor. Yeah, Condor. She is just a lion clone. Like they both do the same thing, but it's just a lesser clone. Also, another example, Kai, the ice defender. He's just Asami or Osa. See, like the game would be better if the wardens at the same time had the same effect as the operators. Because when you get like a line, you gotta move a little differently. You gotta hold positions more. You gotta really lock down. But this game, due to the respawning, you kind of don't have to do that. So you don't really have to you don't have to change your strategies once you realize who's on the other team, is what I'm basically saying. Another thing, the time to kill, it's a little long, especially when it gets to like the end of the match. And by that, I mean, it's more decided on gear instead of skill. So having more armor pieces, higher armor pieces, and I find it kind of annoying to lose based on armor pieces and not skill, right? Because if you're popping a person with like a purple shield and you're using like a blue gun, yeah, that probably ain't gonna work out for you, Chief. This isn't my nitpick. Something that isn't nitpick is some of the warden skills not acting how you want them to. So an example is the destruction warden, Ridman. His ability allows you to leap like Wolverine, a lunge, but it's based on the camera at a angle of the camera. So you can try to do like a leap, but if you're not like aiming it correctly, sometimes you're just gonna do a dash, and vice versa. Sometimes you'll go for a dash, but really you jump over the nigga, like where you just jump, overshoot it, or you can undershoot. It's mad weird since you could do the same thing, but you have different outcomes. Like it changes up the skills depending on how you're aiming the character. Something else I don't like is that you lose health if you are in a raid attacking but don't destroy anything. Like I believe you shouldn't lose health. Instead, the defense should gain some health back or something that buffs them. Cause what do you mean I get hit with the exact same damage as I did to them when I used the Shieldbreaker? Like I should be rewarded but not punished for not going all the way. You know? It's like I put the tip in. It shouldn't matter that I didn't get the shaft in. I had the tip in. What? Next, the game needs more verticality. Y'all giving us zip lines, and majority of the time they're being used for horizontal gains, like going forward, left, right, back. But really, I want them to add like verticality. Like there's a couple of maps that allows it, like Kingdom being one of them. I know they added a map that uses more zip lines, but I wanted that gives us more zip lines, but I want like to be able to use it, have a reason to use the zip line. Weapons aren't listed in their families, instead being put in close, medium, and long range weapons. I believe they changed this in the update, so I'm not sweating it too badly. On a side note, the Kraken is ass. It's the worst fucking gun in the game. Like it sucks. It shoots one shell at a time, and if you're not like right up on them, you ain't doing a lot of damage. Realistically, the Paladin is way better. I also used to hate the Paladin because I thought the Paladin was a fucking SMG, but no, it's a shotgun because it was in the close quarters and I didn't read the caption. Point distribution, don't like it. And what I mean is when you go and pass overtime, picking the closest base is kind of whack. I think that a better idea is if you go over overtime, everybody should get hit with the same damage. We skip over the raid mode or something because it promotes camping. I'm gonna be honest. I lost because of camping twice. I lost 2 games. One of it the enemy had the Shieldbreaker, and that was the last one left. So I thought, wait it out. No. And the second time was we had Shieldbreaker, but because we were directly right next to our base, we got hit and we ended up losing because they hit our anchor. How the wardens are categorized, this is a nitpick. I also kind of need to change since some of the characters are in a group I don't feel they fit. Examples of Una and Atticus. Una's skills allow her to keep pressure onto enemies, even though she's in a defensive class. But when you compare her to the other defensive, who is like Kai, who can build walls of ice, like he's truly defensive with no offensive capabilities. Compared to like Una, she puts pressure on people. Same goes for Atticus. His tactical ability allows him to throw the shock spear, and allows for him to hold space and just suppress foes. Like he's not really an assault like a hitter class. One makes you pull up. Like Ken, who can throw fireballs and smoke people out, or Scarlet, who can just turn invisible and run up on people. These are minor nitpicks. Last problem for the game section is that it needs a training mode, and not to actually train, but instead to learn new maps. Because I'm tired of getting fucking lost in these goddamn bases. Right? I'm tired of not knowing where the stairs are located. I'm tired of all that. Give me somewhere that I can just play and find out how to actually run around this damn base. Something else that is small, you have to get off your mount to pick up the Shieldbreaker. It's kind of ass, truth be told. I seen an enemy run past the Shieldbreaker and try to pick it up. It didn't work out for him, but we ended up winning that game. But I'll be irritated too. All right, that's the end of my complaints for the game. The rest are my complaints for basically the behind the scenes, the technical parts. First off, this game looks ass. Like the first time I played this game, I thought I downloaded the bootleg version of the game. It was mad ashy. It was looking kind of rough, especially like the particles. Like looking around the characters at the opening screen after you pick the characters, the particles around them is rough. I also have the same complaint with Black Myth Wukong. when he's like standing on his cloud, it looks ass. And I think it's the Unreal Engine 5, the engine they're using, but I could be wrong since I didn't play every single game that used the engine. Like this deadass reminded me of when I tried to play Skyforge on like my family's laptop. I had that bitch running on like the lowest setting. It was bad. Also, the pop-ins are kind of crazy. It's like this game shouldn't be running on my console because I played on the PlayStation 5. It's like you struggling to do that, nigga. Damn. Another thing, audio. First, the gunshots are delayed. Don't know why. It's like the sound only goes. You only hear it when the bullet hits something. It's mad weird and kind of distracting. Along the same note as audio, why does my team audio come through my controller and not my headphones? Granted, my headphones are to my computer, which is hooked up through my Elgato to the PlayStation 5. But why is it coming through? Why is my teammates speaking through my damn controller? Like I don't like that. And I tried changing it, but it didn't do anything. I went through all the settings, and it didn't do anything. So I just ended up muting my team because I don't want no random people in my damn house, damn near speaking in my house. It's mad weird. And it's also weird because I'm able to get my team's audio through my setup and other games like Marvel Rivals or what's that Red Sec. So I don't know why I can't do it for this game. I don't know. Maybe it's something I'm doing. Moving on to inputs. Why is my cursor moving on the screen? And why am I fighting stick drift on these screens? And it's weird since I don't have to fight in game with it. It's only during when you're on like the screens picking. It's weird. Keep on with inputs. The game has a delayed input press, and this messes with a lot of things, such as picking up teammates, planting and defusing bombs, along with calling out and dispensing your mount. You're gonna get killed because of it eventually. Oh, also you're gonna get stuck in weird locations on mounts on the map. It's not a lot. It's mostly in tight areas such as like doorways, gateways. It's not a lot, but it's enough to annoy you. My last couple of complaints is that if a person leaves a match, yeah, just leave with them because they don't replace them, so you end up just getting steamrolled. And this goes triple in the 5v5 mode. And speaking of 5v5, so far you don't get progression and getting trophies. I think they fixed this and like changed it in an update, but when I noticed it, I wasn't getting any progression for my trophies, so that was a complaint. Alright, video over. If you like what you saw, hit that like, subscribe, comment down below how you liking the game so far, and check out some of my videos on screen. I got a kill count of Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1 and more stuff. So with that being said, the galaxy needs me. Farewell.
Face and mind are free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.